Right there. Here you go.
Welcome back to another episode of the Van and Dad Pod. I'm Van.
And I am Dad. AKA Matt. Welcome back to, this is going to be episode number 6.
Which is Dad's birthday.
Today is my birthday. I'm 47 years today. I don't know if that's 47 years old or 47 years young, but I've got a graying beard. I've got some horns on my mustache, kind of bald, and I'm a little bit fat. So it is January 3rd today that we're recording, and we are going to talk about hope. And why are we talking about hope today?
Well, not very long ago was New Year's, and 2020 was a pretty crappy year.
2020 was a pretty crappy year for a lot of people across the U.S. and all over the world, right? But
so
go ahead.
We're talking about hope today because a lot of people are hoping it's going to be a lot better of a year.
Right, and I think one of the things that people often do usually at the start of the year or on New Year's Eve or somewhere leading up to New Year's Eve, people make New Year's resolutions. There's kind of this air of like turning the page, and especially with everything that we went through last year in 2020. I mean, I think that a lot of people are looking to 2021 with a lot of hope.
Yes.
What do you think? What do you feel?
I feel hopeful that it's going to be a lot better of a year than 2020 because possibly the coronavirus could end this year.
Right, there's a vaccine. That's a good thing. In fact, I think your grandma, who works in the healthcare industry, got her first round of vaccination. I know one of our other friends' parents got the first round of vaccination, and it looks like things are starting to happen, which is nice. There was a lot of things that we had to stop doing in 2020 at the beginning of the year. I remember that we couldn't finish the season going snowboarding, which I mean is kind of true. Go ahead.
That wasn't fun. I mean, it was probably March, so it was kind of getting close to spring, I would say.
Yeah, I think we had a little bit more time left though. That we could have gone riding. At least we missed out, I think, on a month or so. Those are trivial things. Obviously, schools, we had to switch from you going to school to homeschool, and now at the beginning of the year, which started in the beginning of the school year, which started in 2020, you were back at school full time, 4 days a week, and then 1 day of online learning, and then your sister has been going. She was going 3 days a week, and then now she's been doing that since the start of the school year. But there was a lot of things like going to restaurants. Still, we don't do that very often. Obviously, wearing masks. Social distancing, not being able to see our friends and hang out with our friends whenever we wanted. Those were kind of all things that do you think that we took those things for granted? Definitely. Anything you want to say on that?
I think that I remember when we were talking about being gratitude and being thankful. I remember how you were like, some people take maybe the things that we need most in life or the most basic things in life for granted.
Right. And so the hope, what would you say are the hopes, some of the hopes that you have for 2021?
One hope I have is that people can like start getting together more again, and maybe because I know it's kind of climbing towards the end of the school year, so I'm hoping.
Not even close. We still have like more than half the school year. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm just hoping. One of my hopes is that by summer.
That was funny, by the way.
Is that by summer solstice.
By summer solstice, okay.
We'll-
Very specific date.
We'll be able to like get back with our friends and have like summer play dates, because summer is a pretty free time of the year. It's one of the longest breaks.
Right. Well, I mean, so one of the things that I would say that you and I are both hopeful for, and I would imagine that a lot of people out there are hopeful for the same thing, is that you can be able to start to be a little bit more free with seeing your friends and seeing your family, because I know family is a big part of life for us. And we have a lot of our family now lives out of state, right? We used to have our Aunt Erin and Uncle Jason used to live here, and then obviously your grandma and grandpa still, you have one set of grandparents that still live here that we're actually going to see today. But a lot of our family, I mean, most of our family live in other areas, right? And we couldn't go see them, and that's a big deal.
Yeah. Pretty, like, the big majority of our family actually lives in California, which we live in Utah, so it's 4 states away.
4 states. And then we have friends that live in other parts of the country as well.
And our Auntie Erin and Uncle Jason, they moved to Manchester. That's like what?
Manchester where?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Right. Good job. Remember to speak up so everyone can hear you, because we're doing a little adaptive microphoning today.
Yeah, sorry.
We hope that it's coming through loud and clear for you. So being able to socially gather, right? Without necessarily fear of having a super spreader event, or just being able to, we're social creatures as humans, right? We need social interaction. It's good for our mental
souls.
It's good for our souls, for sure. It's good for our mental makeup. It's good for us physically because of the what happens to our bodies when we interact and see other human beings and see our friends. We get an emotional and physical boost out of that.
Yeah, because it makes us happy. So that's how it helps us physically, I figured.
Yeah, of course.
Because we cause a lot of ruckus when we're happy, and we just get all over the place.
Well, plus when you get to see your friends, you get to play, you get exercise out of it, but it also kind of helps you. Inside it kind of refills your spirit, because you get the joy of seeing your friends, right? And family. Yeah.
Because, not very long ago, when we took our Christmas card pictures, I remember we took our dog Millie with us.
Yep.
And she had not seen, and when that happened, she had not seen humans for so long that she just went around sniffing and seeing the other humans.
She wanted to see as many people as she possibly could. That's for sure. So what are some of the other things that you're hopeful about, and what are some of the things that you are looking forward to in 2021?
I'm looking forward to some pretty cool stuff, new movies that are pretty cool. Yeah.
What are the new movies that you're looking for?
Well, actually, one of them came out on New Year's. Well, the day before New Year's.
Which movie?
It's a movie called We Can Be Heroes. And it's on Netflix. For those of you who have watched it, I thought it was really cool. So that was something that made me happy.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool movie. It's PG. If you're a kid,
That means you can pretty much watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
PG stands for parental guidance. So I don't know what in that movie would be considered needing to be
Yeah. Seriously.
PG,
Yes.
but that's becoming one of your favorite movies.
Yeah.
That's a sequel, if you can believe it or not, to
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. That was an epic thriller. In case you didn't get to see it, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, everyone. Epic thriller.
Yeah. If
One of my favorites of all time.
If you haven't seen it, you can also see it on Netflix. If you find We Can Be Heroes, you will see it. There will be kind of some sort of link. It'll be like in the stuff related to it.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, we're gonna put a related link to Netflix on our
No.
what? This guy's trying to get us hooked up with Netflix.
No.
So Netflix, if you guys are listening, Van is trying to get us aligned with you to help us give a boost to our podcast.
That's not what I mean.
Oh, what did you mean?
So it's gonna be in like it's gonna say like the We Can Be Heroes collection.
Oh, okay. And you know what, oddly enough, remember, okay, so We Can Be Heroes is a song by David Bowie. It's a freaking awesome song. In fact, remember the last video I did with my group, the Long Beach United? The Marvin Gaye song? You don't remember that?
No.
That I worked on. We have a YouTube video. Do you pay attention to the stuff that your dad does? Sometimes? Okay.
Most of the time.
So we chose a song called Inner City Blues by Marvin Gaye. But the other song that we were thinking about that was really close was We Can Be Heroes, because we actually almost chose that for our first song, but we chose the other song,
Maybe you should do that.
the Elvis Costello song instead.
Maybe you should do that for me.
Ha! Speak up. Speak up. Maybe we will.
Yeah.
But so you're hopeful to be able to go to the movie theater?
Yeah. Elliot was hoping to see like Boss Baby on her birthday.
Yeah, we went. So it's been a little. We took another week off. So we had Van's birthday podcast, and then we took a week off because we had a visitor. Aunt Amy was here, my sister. She came and visited us from San Francisco, and that was a good time, right?
Yeah.
And we're hoping that we can go visit her. One of the things that we're hoping to do this year is be able to go to San Francisco and visit her, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the last time when we went to San Francisco? We went there,
I
and
remember being at a beach.
we went to the beach. I forget the name of the park, but you and Grandpa Lou and I took a walk from the beach all the way up to the Golden Gate Bridge. It was a long walk. I think you were like, gosh, I don't even know if I don't think Elliot was born. And you were like 4. You might have been, yeah, you walked. I couldn't believe how far you walked. Maybe Elliot, forgive me if I don't remember that exactly, but one of the side effects of being 47. But,
Yeah.
so, movies, you talked about social gathering.
Yeah.
What else? What else are you hopeful for this year?
Actually, one thing. The San Francisco thing. Thanks, San Francisco! You ruined pizza!
This guy's a real ham over here. Like, you're hopeful to become a YouTube internet sensation. Is that correct?
Yes,
You are.
I want to have a gaming channel.
You want to have a gaming channel?
Yes.
Yeah. You want to? What game? You love Legos and you love Pokemon and you love Bakugan and you love your Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
Minecraft is one of the things that you really love a lot.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I do have like 36 bajillion accounts. I have.
That's a lot. That's more than people are on the earth.
Just kidding. I meant to say, I have like a lot of accounts. I have a lot of accounts. If that's just pressing on the screen right now.
I don't know what happened. I had something pop up. Something popped up on the screen, so I apologize for that.
Anyway, I have a lot of Switch games. I actually have 10. And every game I've played is on my account, and I am not planning to erase my progress, so I could use the guest account. That would be a good idea.
I have no idea what you're doing. Doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. So I think one of the things that we're also hopeful for is that you can get back to participating more in more athletic endeavors, right? So right now you're doing you have a lot of stuff on you have a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So you're working out with a soccer team, a comp team, or for those in the people that are soccer dudes and dudettes, a club team, right?
Yeah.
And then you are swimming right now. And you're thinking about maybe doing the swim. We talked about it, and you're still kind of on the fence about doing the swim team. We won't get an answer from you. I won't ask that for you. But I said maybe try it out for a year, and if you don't like it, then just move on. But you're a really good swimmer, right? But one of the things that you've missed out on this because of COVID was basketball, right?
Yeah, also because I also wanted to do karate.
Yep.
Because my friend goes to a pretty cool karate place.
Right.
And I wanted to do karate, but but my maximum on like things to do, I would say, I just try to do like 3 things, and I'm already at my maximum. So I would have to stop one of them.
So right now you have swim, you do gymnastics
and club soccer.
Yeah. And we also go snowboarding.
Yes.
That's athletic. Yeah. You got a skateboard. That's one more thing. You want to know why we got all those things for you? Just mom and dad want you to kick you out of the house. Just kidding.
Yeah.
But being active is really, really important.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really just want to get back to like all the normal living.
Right. And we have to kind of adapt to maybe what is going to be kind of a new normal. And I think that I'm pretty hopeful that we'll be able to adapt and go forward. And whether it's continuing to wear a mask, I'm okay with that. Are you?
Yeah.
If that means that I can see more of my friends and more of our people and hang out and do more things, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I also reckon that.
Did you just say I also reckon?
Yes.
Okay.
That a lot of people, even after they say the pandemic's over, might still keep wearing masks for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the pandemic may not be over. People just might think it's over.
Well, it's could be a good idea because it's going to take a while for everyone to get vaccinated. And to be honest, not everyone will choose to get vaccinated. That's the reality of the situation. So we started off, and you wanted to talk about me today, and I didn't really want to do that very much. But do you? We'll talk about some of the things that I'm hopeful for.
Yeah, we'll do a few fun facts.
Oh, we're gonna do some fun facts about Dad. Well, hold on. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Okay.
So, did you set any goals? Are there any things that you want to accomplish in 2021? I know you're only 8, so.
Yeah. So, I am going to play this spring on a comp team. So, I'm hoping to maybe that's one of my goals is to help my team make it into the championship.
Okay.
Because I am a goalie, one of the most important positions.
Right. You love saying that, don't you?
Yes.
They're all important.
Yeah.
Not one more important than the other. Because you know why?
Why?
Because you're a team.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a team is only as strong as its weakest link.
That is true. That is true. But a team is everyone working together for the same goal.
Yes. A team helps their allies and their enemies. Well,
What?
a
Did
team.
you just make that up? Did you just make that up?
No, yes. A team
No or yes?
helps their allies rise up.
Right. Right. Did you steal that from Hamilton?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So what are some of your other goals? Do you have any goals in school or any goals with doing other extracurricular activities? One goal?
To
Help your team win a championship.
no, not one goal.
That's what you said so far.
I have a second goal. Complete a video game.
Complete a video game.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
very lofty.
Like a Quest video game.
Okay, like Zelda or something?
Sounds too hard for me.
Well, why not set a lofty goal? Something that's difficult. I would like to see you start playing an instrument this year. That would be really fun.
I just don't know if instruments are for me.
Dude, you love math, and music is so about math. I'm telling you, I think we got to get you. You got a lot of energy. You love kicking your feet and moving your hands. So maybe we get you on some drums, or you could start with the guitar.
In general,
I know someone that could maybe probably teach you a few basics, but that would be up to you. Anyway, one of my goals.
You were talking about it.
I was.
Yeah, I know.
I was. I do like to play. I'm not.
Yeah.
We've discussed it.
In general, I'm just very fidgety.
I know, but you can focus that energy into something really cool.
Yeah.
So one of the things I am very hopeful for is to continue learning new things. I love to learn, and so one of the things that I did for your mom and I was I purchased the master class. And I thought you and Elliot, well, I don't know about Elliot. She might be a little too young, but I thought you could use it. It's an online video courses there's like tons and tons of teachers that are considered experts in their field. And so remember last week when we were messing around with the recording program that I have on the computer, and you made a beatbox.
Yeah.
And then Elliot made a beatbox, and then
We did some.
and then you did some other stuff, and then Dad created a loop and took all three of those and turned it into one thing.
Yeah.
So I started to learn about production from a music standpoint, and maybe that'll help us with the podcast.
Yes.
I also I like to write, and I have some ideas that I want to get down on paper, or on the computer or whatever. Sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed, and so there's tons and tons of courses for people of people that talk about writing, like screenplay writing or book writing, essay writing, all those kinds of things. And so I'm going to try to go through as many of those courses as I can.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was thinking you probably want to do like one that's songwriting.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I probably will.
Yeah, we have a book called Anyone Can Write a Song.
Yeah, that was written by our friend
Chris Paul Overall.
And then
Just a big shout out to him.
big shout out Chris Paul Overall. And then there's also I've been experimenting with making salsas.
Yes.
And I'm probably going to launch selling of those on my Instagram page pretty soon, maybe in the next week or so.
Yeah, you're going to be selling them kind of. You created an LLC, I remember.
I did. But that was for something different. I may need to do something else. But anyway, So one of the goals and one of the things I'm hopeful for is to launch this little side project for salsas and see where that goes.
It's definitely
Pardon
going
me.
to be a big change
It
from
could,
you having to
well,
work night jobs.
right. Well, I try to be providing for you guys and do side hustles to try to make, make it
Yeah.
life more enjoyable
Yeah.
for our family.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's all out of love, all out of love. But if I could figure out, I mean, so I have a few things that I'm working on that I'm really hopeful that I can get off the ground and rolling in 2021.
Yeah.
But I want to say that I'm really thankful for all the fact that we as a family made it through 2020 healthy. We made it through with no major setbacks. Mom and Dad we were able to keep our jobs, and we still continue to have a roof over our head. And we did face a little bit of adversity, but we were able to get through that. Not as much, adversity is all relative, I would say. And we didn't face as much as many people out there. But when you play the hand that you're dealt and you try to make the best of what you have.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful and thankful that we were able to, make it through, and that we have a new opportunity
Yeah.
to do something great in
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah. I'm not saying that just our family was in some pretty rough spots in 2020, but a lot of
families. Yeah, and people continue to be, right?
Yeah, and other people helped us out of those rough spots.
Who helped us?
Well, our friends and just like society in general.
Oh, help! Just everyone helped each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now I get it. I think. All right. So, do you want to ask me some questions and do some fun facts?
What's your favorite thing to cook?
What is my favorite thing to cook? Well, I do love Mexican cuisine. I love Mexican food. I could probably eat it. I've said this to many people over the years. I could probably eat Mexican food for every meal of every day, like beans and rice. I love. Right now, my favorite thing to make are different styles of tacos.
Yes.
I made some Wagyu suadero tacos a couple weeks ago, where I took some Wagyu brisket and I confit that in some lard, and then I made a chili sauce from an adaptation of a recipe that I saw on Taco Chronicles, also on Netflix. Taco Chronicles. Anyway, so that's my favorite thing to cook right now.
What's your favorite drink?
What's my favorite drink?
Yes.
What do you think my favorite drink is?
Ginger beer.
Ginger beer is right up there, but I would not say that's probably my favorite.
What about root beer? Coffee.
Coffee. I have a coffee problem, I would say. I love coffee.
He's just drinking coffee all the time.
I drink coffee a lot.
He even drinks it almost like at like 8 p.m. He drinks coffee at all.
Usually, though, if I'm drinking coffee at night, I'll roll in a little decaf. But I do like coffee. I've gotten into buying nicer beans, and I like to grind my beans fresh. You guys got me a French press for Christmas, which was really, really nice. So yeah, coffee, be it editing. But I like to grind my beans fresh. You guys got me a French press. I've been buying nicer beans. We have a coffee place right around the corner from our house that does a really good job.
Yeah, they sell coffee beans.
Yes. There's a couple in Salt Lake that I like to buy beans from too that do a really good job. But yeah, I do enjoy myself some coffee, and I need to drink more water for sure. What else?
What is your favorite thing to do other than cooking and music?
My favorite thing to do other than cooking and music? gosh, I'd probably have to say snowboarding is one of my favorites. I'm gonna try to get back into running. I really enjoyed the year when I did all those races, and I did the half marathons, and I did the Ragnar. I'm gonna try to get back into doing that. Lord knows I could use it because I put on the COVID-19. But I would probably say right now my favorite thing to do is, I mean, I love cooking. But I mean, do you mean like an activity? I love cooking for you and Elliot and your mom. That's really one of my favorite things to do. But I'd probably cooking and snowboarding.
And music are your favorite things?
Well, you said besides music.
I said other than.
Other than.
Music and cooking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So snowboarding probably, and spending as much time with you and Elliot as possible. That's really, I missed out on a lot of that when I was working in the restaurants.
What was your favorite thing we've done so far to start this year?
My favorite thing that we've done so far to start 2021?
Yes.
It's only like 1 day old, 2 days old. We're January 3rd, dude.
Still.
Yeah. This is probably it.
Yeah. I would have to say mine. We were doing, in the first episode, or one of our episodes, I believe, we were talking about something called our Marvel movie marathon.
Yeah.
We finished
We
that.
finished our Marvel movie marathon. Going to dinner the other night was really fun. That was really fun. But I have to say, I'm having a ton of fun right now talking with you on our podcast.
Yeah. If you could hear the clattering upstairs, that is one of my favorite things up there. Our grandma and grandpa and our dog Millie and my sister Elliot.
Yeah, what about your mom?
Yes, and my mom.
And your mom. Yeah, you got to make sure. If you didn't have a mom, you wouldn't be here.
It's true.
I know. Yeah, you better rethink that. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
We've been talking for quite a while today.
Yeah.
So I love you, Van.
Love you too, Dad.
I'm glad to share this time with you and talk about hope for 2021.
Yeah.
And just for all of you out there, I hope that you had a safe and wonderful new year. I wish you all the best. We wish you all the best.
Yes.
You know, if you like what we're doing, hit like on YouTube. You can follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's the Matt Hewitt for where we post all of these. And then you can find us on let's see, Spreaker,
Apple Podcasts,
Google Podcasts, Spotify, I think Podchaser. There's pretty much anywhere you can find podcasts where you get your favorite podcast. You can look us up, the Van and Dad podcast. Give us a review, give it a thumbs up, tell us we suck. We don't care. Whatever, any feedback is good feedback, and we would appreciate.
Yeah, we would appreciate it.
Hearing what you guys think of us.
Because we want to improve it.
That's right. We want to continue to get better. So, peace out, everyone.
Peace out.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.